Did you know that one of your favorite so-called superfoods, the one you've been enjoying for years without a second thought, could actually be quietly working against your health? I'm talking about avocados, those creamy, vibrant, green fruits that have become a staple in kitchens all over the world. Like most of us, you probably think of avocados as a nutritional powerhouse, packed with heart-healthy monounsaturated fats, fiber, potassium, and essential vitamins. In fact, here in the US, the average person eats around 8 pounds every single year, proof of just how much we love them. But here's what most people, especially those of us over 60, don't realize. There are 6 critical mistakes you could be making when you eat avocados. Mistakes that can take this nutritional champion and turn it into a genuine health hazard. The irony is hard to ignore. Millions of people reach for avocados every day believing they're making the healthiest choice possible, yet without knowing it, they're opening the door to risks that can range from mild digestive distress to even life-threatening allergic reactions. After more than a decade studying nutrition and food safety, I can tell you this. Avocados are a perfect example of how even the healthiest foods can cause trouble when they're eaten the wrong way. Now, here's the thing. Avocados aren't the enemy. They can still be one of the most nourishing foods you eat if you know how to enjoy them the right way. But this is where many people go wrong. They focus on the benefits, which are real, but they overlook a handful of common habits and misunderstandings that can slowly chip away at those benefits, and in some cases, cause real harm. That's why I want to walk you through the 6 most important mistakes people make with avocados, especially as we get older. For each one, I'll explain what's actually happening inside your body, why it matters more after 60, and exactly how to fix it so you can keep avocados working. For you, not against you. Let's start with one that almost no one talks about, a natural compound hiding inside every avocado that can cause more trouble than you might think. Mistake number 1, ignoring the hidden toxin. Let's start with something that most people, even lifelong avocado lovers, have never heard of: a natural compound called persin. Persin is the avocado plant's built-in defense system. Think of it as the plant's own protective shield against fungi and pests. It's a naturally occurring fungicidal toxin, and it's found in every part of the avocado plant: the leaves, bark, roots, seed, and yes, even the flesh we eat. Now, before you panic and toss out your avocados, here's the good news. In the ripe, creamy flesh of the fruit, the part we put on toast or mash into guacamole, persin is present in very low concentrations. For most healthy adults, those levels are considered safe. So, no, you don't have to give up your avocado altogether. A study published in a toxicology journal looked at how avocado extract affected human white blood cells in a laboratory setting. The researchers found that the extract caused DNA damage in those cells. In scientific terms, this makes persin genotoxic, meaning it has the potential to damage genetic material. Now, this was an in vitro study, meaning it happened in a petri dish, not inside a living human body. In real life, our livers are equipped with remarkable enzyme systems designed to break down and neutralize compounds like persin. Still, the study raises questions about what might happen with long-term, heavy consumption, especially in people whose liver function isn't as strong. As we age, our liver's efficiency can decline, not always dramatically, but enough to make us less effective at clearing certain compounds from the body. And if you're taking medications that your liver processes, which is very common, after 60, your liver is already working harder. Add large amounts of persin into the mix, and you could be putting extra stress on this vital organ. If you think that's just a theoretical concern, let's look at what persin does in animals, where it's been studied more extensively. In birds, persin can cause labored breathing, heart damage, and even death. In mammals like goats and horses, high exposure has been linked to severe inflammation of the udder, mastitis, and dangerous heart complications. While humans are far more resistant than these animals, individual sensitivity still varies a lot from person to person. So what's the practical takeaway? Never eat avocado leaves, bark, or the seed. These parts have much higher concentrations of persin and are not meant for human consumption. That includes avocado seed smoothies or any trendy recipe telling you to grind the pit. It's not worth the risk. If you enjoy avocados daily, consider giving your body occasional breaks. Something as simple as a 5 days on, 2 days off pattern allows your body to process and clear any person more efficiently. Pay attention to warning signs your body might not be tolerating avocados well. Unexplained fatigue, new digestive issues, skin rashes, or feeling off after eating them regularly. These could be signs to scale back and check in with your doctor. The bottom line? Percent isn't about scaring you away from avocados. It's about knowing it's there and respecting your body's limits. When you're informed, you can enjoy every bite with confidence without unknowingly putting your health at risk. And speaking of risks, let's move on to another common avocado mistake that flies under the radar. One that can quietly work against your weight management and heart health if you're not paying attention. Mistake number 2, the calorie trap, overconsumption and weight gain. Now that we've talked about percent, let's move to a very different, but equally common, avocado mistake, eating too much of it. Avocados have a well-earned reputation as a superfood. They're loaded with heart-healthy fats, fiber, potassium, and vitamins. But here's the part most people forget. They are also calorie-dense. That means even small portions pack a lot of calories. A single large avocado contains roughly 320 calories, and that's before you add anything else like bread, chips, or dressing. To put that in perspective, that's about the same number of calories as a small cheeseburger. But because avocados are healthy, we tend not to think of them in the same way. This is where the calorie trap catches people, especially those who are trying to eat clean or maintain a healthy weight. There's a subtle mindset shift that happens. It's healthy, so I can have as much as I want. But the truth is, no matter how nutritious a food is, eating too much of it can still cause problems. A major study in the Journal of the American Heart Association followed people who ate 1 avocado per day for 6 months. They found that participants maintained their weight and didn't gain. But here's the key detail. They were replacing other sources of fat with avocado, not simply adding avocado on top of an already calorie-rich diet. Other research, like the Adventist Health Study, found that avocado eaters tended to have lower body weights. But again, their portions were small. On average, they ate about 32 grams per day, roughly 1/4 of a medium avocado. That's far less than what most of us put on our toast or in our guacamole. So where does it go wrong? For many of us, avocado is an addition, not a substitution. Half an avocado on your salad equals plus 160 calories. Slices in your sandwich equals another, plus 160 calories. A generous scoop in your smoothie equals plus 200 plus calories. By the end of the day, you could easily be adding 500 to 600 extra calories without realizing it. And if you're not burning those calories off, your body stores them, usually around the belly, hips, or thighs. This is particularly important. After 60, as we age, our metabolism naturally slows, and it's easier for extra calories to lead to gradual, hard-to-lose weight gain. And carrying extra weight can put more strain on your heart, joints, and blood sugar control. So what's the fix? Portion control and substitution. A proper serving of avocado is about 1/3 of a medium fruit, around 50 grams, which gives you roughly 80 to 100 calories. Use avocado instead of other high-calorie fats like cheese, mayonnaise, or creamy dressings, not in addition to them. At first, measure your servings with a spoon or kitchen scale. Once you've done it for a while, you'll get a better visual feel for what a healthy portion looks like. It's not about avoiding avocado, it's about using it smartly. This way, you still get all the heart-healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals without tipping your calorie balance in the wrong direction. Up next, we're moving into a mistake. That's far less obvious, but can be even more dangerous for some people, especially those with certain allergies. It's called latex fruit syndrome, and avocados are one of the top culprits. Mistake number 3, the hidden allergy link, latex fruit syndrome. So far, We've talked about hidden toxins and the calorie trap. Now, let's move into a risk. That's not about how much you eat, but whether your body can tolerate avocado at all. This one catches a lot of people off guard, even those who have eaten avocados for years without a problem. It's called latex fruit syndrome. Latex fruit syndrome is a medically recognized condition where people who are allergic to natural rubber latex also have allergic reactions to certain fruits and vegetables, and avocados are one of the most common triggers. The link exists because latex and some plant-based foods share similar proteins. Your immune system can't always tell them apart. So, if you're allergic to latex, your body might react to avocado as if it were latex, launching the same type of allergic response. Avocados contain proteins called class 1 chitinases and profilins. In latex, one of the main allergens is a protein called hevein. The structure of these proteins is so similar that, for someone with a latex allergy, the immune system sees the avocado protein as the same threat and attacks it. How common is this? Studies show that 30% to 50% of people with latex allergies are also sensitive to certain fruits, and avocados rank near the top of that list. In some research, over half of latex allergic patients tested positive for avocado sensitivity. The problem is, many people don't even know they have a latex allergy until much later in life. Seniors who've had multiple surgeries or medical procedures, especially in decades past when latex gloves were more common, may have developed a sensitivity without realizing it. People who worked in healthcare, housekeeping, food service, or any job with frequent latex glove use are at higher risk. Symptoms can vary widely. Mild reactions: itching or tingling in the mouth or throat, swelling of the lips or tongue, or small skin rashes after eating avocado. Moderate to severe reactions: widespread hives, difficulty breathing, dizziness, rapid pulse, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. Life-threatening reaction: anaphylaxis. This requires immediate emergency medical attention. One tricky part: symptoms don't always show up the very first time you eat avocado. Allergies can develop slowly, and reactions can become more intense over time. What should you do? If you have a known latex allergy, it's safest to avoid avocado unless your doctor gives the go-ahead. If you've ever noticed itching, tingling, or swelling in your mouth or throat after eating avocado, even if it was mild, stop eating it and talk to an allergist. Share your allergy history with your healthcare providers before any medical procedure, so they know to avoid latex products. This isn't meant to scare you away from avocado if you've never had a problem, but if you're in a higher risk group, it's worth being aware. Detecting and managing a food allergy can literally save your life. Next, we'll move from a hidden allergy to something more practical, but just as important: how avocados are stored and handled. Because the wrong storage methods can turn even the freshest avocado into a breeding ground for dangerous bacteria. Mistake number 4: the storage and contamination disaster. We just covered latex fruit syndrome, a hidden allergy risk that many people never see coming. Now, let's talk about something that might seem less dramatic, but can be just as dangerous if ignored: how you store and handle your avocados. A lot of people assume that because avocados have a thick skin, they're automatically protected from bacteria. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Avocados present some unique food safety challenges, and if you're not aware of them, you could be exposing yourself to harmful germs without realizing it. Here's the problem: avocados are typically grown in warm, humid climates, which are perfect conditions for bacteria to thrive. The skin of an avocado isn't smooth. It's rough and porous, with tiny crevices that can trap dirt, pesticides, and microorganisms. Harmful bacteria like Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria monocytogenes can survive on the surface. Now here's the really tricky part, and where many people go wrong. When you cut into an avocado, your knife goes through the skin and straight into the flesh. If there are bacteria on the skin, the knife can carry them into the edible part. That means even if you never eat the skin, you can still end up consuming dangerous pathogens. This isn't just a theoretical risk. Food safety researchers have actually tested avocados from grocery stores and found measurable amounts of harmful bacteria on the skin. And for older adults, especially those with weakened immune systems, these bacteria can cause serious illness. Listeria is particularly concerning. While younger, healthy adults may only experience mild symptoms. In seniors, it can lead to severe complications like bloodstream infections or even meningitis. And it's not just the cutting that's an issue, it's what happens after the avocado is open. Once cut, the creamy flesh becomes the perfect environment for bacteria to multiply. The temperature danger zone is between 40 degrees Fahrenheit and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, 4 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius. And in that range, bacteria can double every 20 minutes. That means if you leave a sliced avocado sitting out on the counter for an hour or two, you could be eating something that's crawling with microscopic troublemakers. So how do you keep your avocados safe? Wash before cutting, always rinse the whole avocado under cold running water for at least 30 seconds, even if you're not eating the skin. Use a clean produce brush to scrub the surface gently. Clean your tools. Make sure knives and cutting boards are clean and ideally used just for produce. Don't cut an avocado on the same board you used for raw meat or fish without washing it first. Store properly. Whole, uncut avocados can stay at room temperature until ripe. Once they're ripe, refrigerate them to slow further ripening, usually up to 5 to 7 days. Refrigerate immediately after cutting. Place leftover avocado in an airtight container. If possible, press plastic wrap directly onto the surface to reduce air contact, which slows browning. Follow the 1-hour rule. If cut avocado has been sitting at room temperature for more than an hour, it's safer to throw it away than to risk foodborne illness. Eat leftovers quickly. Aim to finish cut avocado within 2 to 3 days. The longer it sits, the higher the chance for bacterial growth. The takeaway here is simple. Avocados may look tough on the outside, but they require careful handling just like any other fresh produce. A quick rinse and proper storage can be the difference between enjoying a healthy snack and dealing with a case of food poisoning. And while storage mistakes can make you sick in the short term, the next avocado mistake we'll talk about could have long-term, even life-threatening consequences, especially if you're taking certain medications. Let's get into it. Mistake number 5, medication interactions and health complications. In mistake number 4, we talked about how poor storage and handling can cause short-term food poisoning. But the next mistake we're about to cover is far more serious, because it can interfere with the very medications that keep you healthy. And in some cases, this interaction can be life-threatening. It's something most people never think about. Avocados can interact with certain prescription drugs in ways that change how those medications work in your body. Let's start with the most common and most dangerous group of medications: blood thinners. If you take warfarin, Coumadin, or one of the newer anticoagulants like dabigatran, Pradaxa, or rivaroxaban, Xarelto, you know your doctor monitors your blood's clotting ability very closely. That's because the goal is to keep your blood in a safe range, not too thick and not too thin. Avocados contain vitamin K, a nutrient that plays a key role in blood clotting. Now, vitamin K is not bad. In fact, your body needs it. But here's the catch. When you're on blood thinners, your doctor adjusts your medication dose based on your usual vitamin K intake. If you suddenly start eating a lot more avocado than normal, that extra vitamin K can counteract your medication, making your blood clot more easily. This could raise your risk for dangerous blood clots, stroke, or heart attack. On the flip side, if you regularly eat avocado and then suddenly cut it out, your blood might become too thin, increasing the risk of serious bleeding. This is why doctors emphasize consistency with vitamin K intake. Even small changes can throw off the balance. But that's not the only risk. Avocados are also very high in potassium, about 975 milligrams per cup, more than double what you'd get from the same amount of banana. For most healthy people, this is a good thing. But if you take certain blood pressure or heart medications, like ACE inhibitors, ARBs, angiotensin receptor blockers, or potassium-sparing diuretics, your potassium levels can rise too high. This condition, called hyperkalemia, can cause irregular heartbeats, muscle weakness, nausea, and in severe cases, cardiac arrest. Older adults are at greater risk because kidney function often declines with age, making it harder for the body to clear excess potassium. Now, let's talk about people with diabetes. If you take insulin or oral diabetes medications like sulfonylureas, avocado's high fiber content can slow down the absorption of your medication. At the same time, its healthy fats can improve insulin sensitivity. While that sounds good in theory, it can sometimes lead to unpredictable drops in blood sugar, especially dangerous if you're driving, out shopping, or alone at home. And here's something that often gets overlooked. Seniors are more likely to be on multiple medications at once, meaning there's a greater chance of these interactions overlapping. The combined effect can be much stronger than you expect. What's the solution? Talk to your doctor or pharmacist before making big changes to your avocado intake. Don't just assume that because it's healthy, it's safe. If you're on blood thinners, keep your vitamin K intake steady. That means if you eat avocado, eat roughly the same amount regularly rather than in big bursts. If you're on heart or blood pressure medication, ask your doctor to check your potassium levels. If you have diabetes, monitor your blood sugar closely when you eat avocado and see how your body reacts. This isn't about avoiding avocado entirely. It's about making sure it works with your medications, not against them. A quick conversation with your healthcare provider could save you from a dangerous situation. And finally, that brings us to the final mistake, one that's deeply personal and different for everyone: knowing your own tolerance and sensitivity to avocado. Because no matter how healthy a food is on paper, it still has to agree with your body. Mistake number 6. Ignoring individual tolerance and sensitivity. We've talked about hidden toxins, calorie overload, allergies, food safety, and even medication conflicts. But there's one last mistake that's often overlooked, and it might be the most personal one of all. That's not paying attention to your own body's tolerance for avocados. Here's the truth. No two people respond to a food in exactly the same way. What feels perfectly fine for one person can cause discomfort, or even more serious issues, for another. This is especially true for older adults, where digestion, metabolism, and immune responses naturally change over time. Let's break down some of the most common ways avocado sensitivity can show up. 1. Digestive sensitivity. Avocados are high in fiber, about 13.5 grams in a whole fruit. While fiber is essential for healthy digestion, eating too much at once can overwhelm your system if you're not used to it. The result? Bloating, gas, cramping, or sudden changes in bowel movements, either constipation or diarrhea. This can be especially noticeable if your digestive system is already sensitive or if you're managing conditions like diverticulosis, slow gut motility, or chronic constipation. 2. FODMAP concerns. Avocados contain sorbitol, a type of sugar alcohol that falls under the category of FODMAPs, fermentable carbohydrates that can trigger digestive symptoms in people with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, or SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. For these individuals, even a small amount of avocado can lead to significant bloating, abdominal pain, or discomfort that lingers for days. 3. Histamine intolerance. As avocados ripen, their histamine levels increase. For someone with histamine intolerance, eating a ripe or overripe avocado can trigger headaches, skin rashes, flushing, nasal congestion, or digestive upset. The tricky part? You might not connect these symptoms to avocado right away because they can show up hours after eating. 4. Oral allergy syndrome. This is a mild allergic reaction that can happen in people with certain pollen allergies, particularly birch pollen. When they eat avocado, their immune system reacts to proteins in the fruit that resemble pollen proteins. The result is itching, tingling, or slight swelling in the mouth or throat shortly after eating. While usually mild, it's still your body's way of saying, "I don't like this." 5. Genetic differences in metabolism. Some people have genetic variations that affect how their bodies process certain fats or plant compounds like persin. which we discussed in mistake number 1. This means they might experience negative effects from avocado at amounts that are perfectly safe for others. 6. Age-related changes in digestion. As we age, we produce fewer digestive enzymes. This can make it harder to break down high-fat foods like avocado, leading to a heavy or overly full feeling after eating. You might notice it takes longer for food to move through, or that you feel sluggish afterward. So, how do you figure out your personal avocado tolerance? Keep a food and symptom diary. For at least 2 weeks, note how much avocado you eat, what time you eat it, and how you feel for the next 24 to 48 hours. Look for patterns. Do you feel bloated every time you eat more than half an avocado? Does an overripe avocado trigger headaches? Does guacamole leave you feeling sluggish? Adjust accordingly. If certain amounts or ripeness levels cause symptoms, reduce your portion, eat it less often, or avoid it during certain times of day. The key here is listening to your body, not just blindly following generic nutrition advice. Because even the healthiest food isn't healthy if it's making you feel worse. And remember, this isn't about avoiding avocados completely. It's about finding the sweet spot where you can enjoy them without discomfort or risk. When you do, you'll be ready to take full advantage of the powerful health benefits avocados have to offer, which is exactly what we'll cover next. The incredible benefits of avocados. After hearing about all these potential mistakes, you might be wondering, are avocados even worth eating? And the answer is an enthusiastic yes, as long as you enjoy them the right way. Avocados are still one of the most nutrient-dense, versatile, and health-promoting foods you can add to your diet. When you manage the risks and respect your body's limits, they can be a powerful ally for your heart, your eyes, your digestion, and even your nutrient absorption. Let's go through some of their standout benefits. 1. Exceptional cardiovascular support. The heart-healthy reputation of avocados is backed by solid research. They're rich in monounsaturated fats, especially oleic acid, the same type of fat found in olive oil. These fats can help lower harmful LDL cholesterol while maintaining or even boosting beneficial HDL cholesterol. A comprehensive review of multiple studies found that regular avocado consumption was associated with a 16% to 22% lower risk of cardiovascular disease and coronary heart disease. That's a significant impact, especially for those of us over 60 when heart health becomes even more important. 2. Natural blood pressure regulator. 1 cup of avocado contains nearly 1,000 milligrams of potassium, more than a banana. Potassium is a key mineral for keeping blood pressure in check because it helps counteract the effects of sodium in the diet. For people at risk of hypertension, this makes avocados a valuable addition to meals. The only caveat: if you're on potassium-raising medications, as we discussed in mistake number 5, you'll want to monitor your intake with your doctor's guidance. 3. Powerful eye protection. Avocados are an excellent source of the antioxidants lutein and zeaxanthin. These carotenoids are concentrated in the macula of the eye, where they help protect against oxidative damage from blue light and aging. Regular intake has been linked to a reduced risk of age-related macular degeneration, one of the leading causes of vision loss in older adults. In other words, those slices of avocado on your salad may be helping preserve your sight. 4. Boosts nutrient absorption from other foods. One of avocado's most underrated benefits is how it helps you get more nutrition from other foods you eat with it. The healthy fats in avocado significantly improve the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K, and carotenoids from vegetables. For example, adding a few avocado slices to a salad can increase the absorption of antioxidants like beta-carotene 3 to 5 times compared to eating the salad without avocado. This means avocado doesn't just nourish you, it helps the rest of your meal nourish you better too. 5. Supports healthy weight management when eaten wisely. While we talked about the calorie trap earlier, moderate avocado consumption can actually support weight control. The combination of fiber and healthy fats helps you feel fuller for longer, reducing the urge to snack between meals. This steady satiety can help prevent overeating throughout the day. Research consistently points to an optimal intake of about one-third to one-half of a medium avocado, roughly 50 to 80 grams, 3 to 4 times per week. This amount provides all the key benefits without overloading your calories, potassium, or vitamin K. By keeping portions moderate and paying attention to your body's response, you can enjoy avocados as a true superfood, one that works with your health goals, not against them. Now that you know both the pitfalls and the incredible benefits of avocados, the next step is learning exactly how to put this knowledge into action. Think of this as your avocado safety checklist, a set of simple habits that will help you enjoy avocados regularly while avoiding the risks we've just discussed. 1. Start with a baseline health check. Before making avocados a daily habit, talk with your healthcare provider. This is especially important if you take blood thinners, heart medications, or diabetes medications, have a known latex allergy or frequent latex exposure, have digestive conditions like IBS or SIBO. Your doctor can guide you on safe portion sizes and how to keep your vitamin K and potassium intake consistent with your treatment plan. 2. Introduce avocados gradually. If you haven't been eating them regularly, start small. For example, try 1/4 of a medium avocado every other day. For the first week, see how your body responds before increasing the amount. This gentle approach helps you spot any sensitivities early, whether it's bloating, discomfort, or unexpected changes in blood sugar. 3. Keep a food and symptom diary. This step is especially valuable for finding your personal tolerance level. For 1 to 2 weeks, jot down how much avocado you ate, what you ate it with, how you felt in the next 24 to 48 hours. Patterns will emerge. Maybe you feel great with avocado at lunch, but not at breakfast. Or perhaps you can handle it twice a week, but not daily. This self-knowledge is powerful. 4. Practice proper food safety from the start. Wash the whole avocado under cold running water for at least 30 seconds before cutting. Use a clean produce brush to scrub the skin. Bacteria can hide in the rough texture. Use clean utensils and cutting boards, ideally separate from those used for raw meat. Refrigerate cut avocado in an airtight container immediately. If it's been sitting at room temperature for more than 1 hour, it's safest to discard it. Eat cut avocado within 2 to 3 days for best safety and flavor. 5. Control portions to avoid the calorie trap. A healthy serving is about 1/3 of a medium avocado, around 50 grams or 80 to 100 calories. Think of avocado as a replacement fat. Use it instead of cheese, butter, or mayonnaise. Measure portions at first so you get a clear visual for what a serving looks like. Over time, you'll be able to eyeball it. 6. Use a rotation schedule. Instead of eating avocado every single day, consider a rotation like 3 to 4 days a week. This gives your body time to process and clear compounds like persin. It also ensures you get a variety of healthy fats from foods like nuts, seeds, olives, and fatty fish. 7. Pair avocados with other nutrient-rich foods. Add slices to leafy green salads to boost vitamin absorption. Pair with tomatoes for a double hit of antioxidants. Mash on whole grain toast with a sprinkle of seeds for extra fiber and minerals. Following these steps makes avocado enjoyment both safe and health-boosting, turning it into a planned superfood, not an accidental health risk. And now that you have a clear, practical roadmap, so there you have it. We've taken a deep dive into the real story behind avocados, uncovering the 6 mistakes that can quietly turn this beloved superfood into a health risk, especially as we get older. Let's quickly recap what we covered today. Mistake number 1. Ignoring the hidden toxin persin and underestimating how parts of the avocado plant, like the seed, leaves, and bark, can be harmful, and why giving your body occasional breaks can be a smart move. Mistake number 2. Falling into the calorie trap, forgetting that avocados are calorie-dense, and letting healthy become an excuse for eating too much. Mistake number 3. Overlooking latex fruit syndrome, a hidden allergy link that can trigger mild to severe reactions in people with latex sensitivity, often without them realizing the connection. Mistake number 4. skipping proper washing, storage, and refrigeration, which can lead to dangerous bacterial contamination even if you never eat the skin. Mistake number 5. Not recognizing how avocados can interact with medications, from blood thinners and heart drugs to diabetes treatments, and how small changes in your intake can have big effects. Mistake number 6. Ignoring your personal tolerance and sensitivity, forgetting that no food is healthy if it leaves you feeling unwell. But here's the empowering part. When you know these potential pitfalls and address them, avocados can remain one of the most beneficial foods in your diet. They can support your heart, protect your eyes, regulate blood pressure, and even help your body absorb more nutrients from the rest of your meal. The key is balance and awareness. Keep your portions moderate. Handle and store them safely. Watch for any changes in how your body reacts. And if you take medications, loop your doctor into the conversation before making big changes. Avocados aren't the enemy. They're an incredible ally when eaten the right way. By making informed choices, you're not just protecting your health, you're making sure every bite truly works for you. If today's video helped you understand how to enjoy avocados more safely and still get all of their amazing benefits, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever made one of these mistakes without realizing it? Or have you noticed any changes in how you feel after eating avocado? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your story might help someone else in our community make a healthier choice. If you found this video valuable, please tap that like button. It helps more seniors find accurate, practical health information they can trust. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Trusted Senior Health and turn on the bell. We post new, research-backed videos every week to help you stay strong, independent, and healthy for years to come. And don't stop here. There's so much more you can do to protect your heart, joints, and overall health. You'll see 2 videos on your screen right now. Click on one, and I'll see you there.